Hello, I'm Kyle Meserve, a professional software engineer and an amateur photographer. It's March 2nd, the day I'm filming this, which you can tell is the second day of spring. I'm in central Massachusetts and got the idea to just take you along with my learning journey on photography, because I think that's going to be part of the fun, is sharing this with someone and seeing what comes of it. I have a Sony a6400 I bought a few years ago. I've been practicing with it for a few years, like I said. I just got a used lens that still costs too much, but it's a telephoto lens because I wanted to take photos of birds and wildlife. And before that, I only had the stock lens that came with it, which could go up to 135 millimeters, but I had to get really close or crop really close to get close-up photos. And I was tired of that. And I've only taken some photos with this. And I came out to this park during lunch to experiment. So I decided to take you along with me and share in the experience, see what photos I could get. My goal today is to not crop any of my photos after I get home, put them in Lightroom. So that's what I'm going to do. We'll see how that goes. No. Something I have been trying out recently is kind of shooting in shutter speed or aperture priority and doing auto ISO. And what I'm doing today is I'm actually shooting in manual with auto ISO, so I control the shutter speed and the aperture, but I don't care about the ISO. I have ISO limited, but I haven't thought about the settings all that much before when taking photos, and it felt nice to take a setting off the table to worry about and still give myself some manual control over the photo. I found that I enjoy taking photos of things very up close, like this. I'm going to take a photo of the little V in this branch that maybe you just saw and maybe it didn't look good. But I feel like finding beauty in like the small stuff has been really fun for me, at least in nature. But I also really like taking photos of stuff without any context. Something I'm going to have to get a lot better at is being okay filming in public. Just was interrupted by my neighbor. But what I was about to say is I really enjoy taking photos without context. And that means like showing you a photo of something really up close and really cool, with cool texture, really cool colors, but you can't place it right away. I'll show you an example of when I took about a year ago in a photography class. And you probably don't know what it is. But it is actually a dumbbell at a gym that I worked out in. And they had some really cool neon lights, and they let me take my camera in and take a photo. But yeah, I feel like that was just a really cool little image, and I find myself keep on continuing to do that. when I go and take photos is I get distracted by little small stuff. I do want to give a little bit of context on why I'm doing this. I work in a field that is very big in AI, pushing AI. Feel like the push, especially not even AI, not even considering AI, the push in the world has been to make things less real and less human. I don't feel like there's a lot of interaction. Just things are always highly edited and highly cropped. Which is actually why I'm out here trying not to do any post-processing cropping on today's photos. But also, I want to just like go out and experience the world and get photos of stuff that I'm doing. And I'm going to take you along on the ride with me, and you can see me get better as a photographer, hopefully, get worse, I don't know, get to know me, and hopefully chat about your experience as a photographer or amateur and what you enjoy about it. I was about to buy another piece of gear for cameras, and I just got this lens. And instead I decided to just go out, make a YouTube channel, and try to take photos with some gear that I have and see what I can do with it. And eventually I'm going to get some more gear and I'll show it off to you. But yeah, I'm going to take some more photos. Enjoy my lunch break. It is so pretty out. I think I'm going to try, because I usually go out and try to take photos of animals. I think today I'm going to try and take some photos of leaves and see how they turn out. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong thing. The snow was up to my knees. Now it's not. So believe it or not, this is better than it was. Shouldn't be taking photos into the sun. I didn't put my lens hood on. I almost fell over. I don't know how much I said because none of this is planned. But this is a Sony a6400. It's a 24 megapixel camera. And until last week, I didn't know that it was a crop sensor, which is a ASPC. I don't know what that stands for. Probably the C stands for crop. But essentially that means that with this telephoto lens, I get 1.5 times more zoom per millimeter of lens than a full frame. And also I have less depth of kind of image quality. I think the pixels are smaller. I've been doing some research on this. I'm not the expert. I can't explain it to you. But it's a mirrorless camera I bought like 3 years ago. It's been really good for what I've wanted. Who's that? Look at this. Look at this awesome little like standing dead tree. It's been dug into. I'm gonna get some photos of this. I said I'm taking photos of leaves. I'm taking photos of whatever I get interested in, apparently. There's some feathers in the hole. So from the angle you're looking at, there's some nice like sun coming through the bark. I think I'm gonna try to take that too. Well, my lunch break's almost over, so this hasn't been much, but it's been fun. I am going to take some more photos and probably take you along in this video while I explain some more about this, but it's been fun. It's just good to get out and see the world. You know, sometimes going out and just like standing in nature reminds me of going to a beach and looking at a tide pool. And when you sit down next to it for the first few moments, you don't see anything in it. There's no life, there's nothing there. But the longer you sit still and you just pay attention, the more little creatures and fish and crabs and shrimp, whatever you can see, the more starts moving around. Just small little movements. And even in the nice March landscape, where you would think there's not a lot of life, there's not a lot going on, there's life everywhere. I took some photos that are heavily edited and not probably something I'll be proud of in a couple years, but it's all a learning experience. I'll show you some right now in my backyard of birds that were eating at my bird feeder and suet feeders in the middle of a small little, I don't want to call it a snowstorm, like a snow shower, flurry. And they were all just going around. I put some seed on a little post in my backyard, and I watched birds fight over who could eat it. And that's where this photo came from. And I'm still learning Lightroom. I think another video I'm going to do is talking about Lightroom and how my editing process is right now as I'm learning. And I think next video is going to be me taking my new Canon AE1 film camera out, shooting a roll of film and seeing what we get. But I'm going to head back in and I'll do my wrap up from home. Hi. It's a bit later in the evening. I've done most of the editing for this video, and I feel like it turned out pretty well. It gave you a pretty good vibe of how my photography sessions go, and also how much of an amateur I am. Here's my cat. She's Daisy. She hates that she's a part of this, but she wanted to say hi. I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you sticking around to the end. I will be making more videos in the future. I've enjoyed this. I feel like it has been a nice way to show what I've been working on without being fake, and I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.